Welcome back to the world of Wraith. Got with you guys 5 best decks for national seasons. Now, with national seasons right around the corner, just wanted to put in my 2 cents of what I think the best decks in the format is. Before we get started, be sure to hit that like button. Let me know in the comments down below who do you think is going to win US Nats, or if you're playing in a different country, region, let me know who do you think is going to win your Nats. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, and let's jump into it. Now, hands down, who I think is gonna win US Nats, it's gonna be Arachne Marionette. For some reason, LSS did not touch Marionette. Marionette was already one of the best decks of the previous format. Not only did he not get any hits on the banned list, he also got a new card in Unmake the Underlings, which just helps him against one of his worst matchup in Gravy Bones. Not only did they give him a new card to beat Gravy Bones or to help with the matchup, it also starts opening up his deck building lines to play more Majestics with just a Nick. So as if Assassins didn't already have a deck full of Majestics, we got a new one. Not only does it support just a Nick, it helps against his worst matchup. I think without a doubt, Skillionet is going to be the best deck of the format, and pretty sure he's going to win Nationals. Besides that, even if he has a bad matchup against Gravy Bones, even if he has a bad matchup against Victor, I don't want to hear it. This is the best deck of the format, hands down, Marionette. Number 2, Victor Goldmane, the one and only, the horse, the Gold Guardian. Now, I think he's right behind Marionette. I think he has a really good Marionette matchup, even though Marionette can kind of adapt. I think Victor just is a strong hero. The ability to block and either gain advantage or disrupt your opponent is pretty crazy. With Cast Homes, he has a crazy late game. This is honestly kind of inevitable that he's going to win if we get to the late game, especially if they're on the Remembrance build, where you're just putting back your Cast Homes, doing a ton of might. Not only is Victor very powerful in his regular aggressive build, some people are often to play fatigue versions of Victor, so whenever you sit across from Victor, you got to think about which Victor you're playing against, and then kind of use that to alternate your game plan, because you never know if you're going to get fatigued out. And sometimes even if they're not a fatigue Victor, they can just fatigue you as they're playing a Guardian that's very defensive, that plays Miller Grindstone. So Victor, number 2, pretty good chance to win Nationals. Don't think he'll be there, especially with Gravy Bones looming around, but still a solid hero, has a good chance. Number 3, Gravy D Bones. He's back. Now, he got one card and a card that counts as a gold. I don't really know if that's going to put him over the top, but I think the way the meta is looking, Gravy Bones can be pretty good. Acilio got a huge hit. I think Acilio could still be around in the meta, but one of his worst matchup is not going to be the most represented anymore. As far as I'm concerned, Gravy Bones is in a prime spot to take down Nationals. Could take down Marionette, could take down Victor. Now, they both have adapted their decks, and they're probably aware that Gravy Bones is going to have a good representation in Nationals, so they'll probably have some tech cards to play around him. But regardless, I think Gravy Bones has a pretty good chance. Gravy Bones has some of the highest ceilings in Flesh and Blood decks. Being able to crack gold, to draw a bunch of new cards, sending Conquerors, swinging with allies, prismatic ley line turns. Gravy Bones, number 3. Number 4, no Skillio. Now, I know I just talked about that he got some hits. He also got a whole new set of cards. A lot of the cards in Omens tap your hero for some sort of additional benefit, but Acilio was made before tapping your hero was a cost to activate your hero, so you can take advantage of a lot of the new cards and not really take a downside by tapping him, as he doesn't really care about being tapped. Now, yes, he did lose Volsar, he did lose CLV, Electromagnetic Somersault, but I think there's a bunch of new cards that can still help him out. And honestly, Acilio was played by some of the best players, so I definitely think he's still going to be a great hero. People are still going to discover him. And the fact that this is a hero that was already previously explored a ton. We got some new cards injected into his card pool. I'm sure all the Acilio mains are testing out the new cards. I think by Nationals we'll have a close to perfect Acilio build. Maybe not perfect. Maybe after US Nats he'll still evolve. But just how much the fan base of Acilio plays him and how good they are, honestly, because some of the best players on Acilio. I think he'll be pretty good in Nationals, and a lot of people aren't thinking about Acilio since he got a lot of hits. Maybe the bells come out the sideboard, so maybe Acilio just has a way easier time. Let's see what happens. Number 4, no Skillio. Number 5, I have a two-way tie. Even though I think Dash is a little better than Vincent, I think Vincent has some pretty good disruptions, pretty good matchup into Marionette, into Acilio. Dash can kind of struggle into Victor, but can do pretty good into Marionette, can do pretty good into Acilio, can do pretty good into even Gravy Bones. I think they're both at the same spot. I think Vincent has a crazy ceiling, and so does Dio. I think Vincent can do it more consistently, where Dio needs a little bit of luck, seeing the items off the top, setting up your big turn, requires a little bit of luck as you're constantly boosting and getting rid of your deck. Sometimes you lose some of your power cards, sometimes you put your power cards on top. Vincent has a lot less luck. Sometimes she doesn't see her power cards, but when she does, she can do some crazy plays, some disruptive plays, and she has a pretty good defense. She doesn't struggle into Victor as much as Dio. She does have a little weird matchup into Gravy Bones, as clearing the allies sometimes is not that hard for her, but sometimes can be pretty hard. I think both of them are a solid number 5 spot, Vincent and Dio. Last, the honorable mentions, the number 6, the 2 aggro decks that are not as good as Dio, but do play in an aggressive axis and have something different than Dio. Aurora with her arcane damage, I think she could have a good matchup into Marionette. I think Gravy Bones could be a pretty simple matchup for her. She's definitely going to struggle into Victor. And the matchup against Acilio, I'm not sure. I think they could both race each other down. Who knows who would win? Maybe Acilio. But the fan base of Aurora is huge. I mean, when the original Aurora left, I know a ton of people were upset. Now that she's back, I know a ton of people are trying to find the best deck list for her. So I do think she has a chance of winning Nationals. Kind of low, a low chance, especially with the deck list still being figured out. Some of her new power cards don't work in the red line build, and personally I think the red line build is the best build for Aurora. Syndra, great aggro deck, not as good as Dio, but she did get a new card in Draco Fire. I think Draco Fire is going to help her a ton, essentially a new starter for her. Could also give her a resource when she needs it if she has 2 in the graveyard. Has a great blue and Warmongers that she can easily run to counter Gravy Bones, Marionette to counter Dio, and she has a few hate cards against Marionette in Hunts to the End of Wraith, which can be pretty powerful. I think she's still not favored into Marionette, but she can build her deck a little bit to fight Marionette along with the rest of the meta, like Acilio, like Gravy Bones. She can struggle a little bit into Victor, but if her and Victor are going to the late game and Flick Knives is just getting 1 point of value on every turn, she can take down Victors. I've seen it happen before. But that pretty much wraps it up, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. As always, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments down below, who do you think is going to win Nationals for the US or wherever you're playing your national tournament. Let me know in the comments down below. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.